Hi, I'm Jesus, and this video is going to look at the most interesting and unique player signatures that we've gotten for Starladder Berlin to see what we can find, to see what bits of lore and little secrets are hidden here. Sponsored by Swap.gg. More about them at the end of the video. So, we finally got the autographs for the Berlin Major, well, most of them anyway, and while there has been some criticism of these, particularly for the gold stickers not being gold, I think the players have really made a great effort to make their autographs as interesting as possible at this major, and I want to have a look at some of the details they've managed to work in. Now, too often, the attention goes to the showstoppers, the people who really light up the scene, people like s1mple, Twist, coldzera. Cold, admittedly, is taking a slightly unorthodox approach right now, but what I generally find is that with autographs, is that the correlation seems to run the other way. The less well known a player is, the more likely it is that we'll find some random, crazy shit in their autographs, and fortune favours the bold here. Some take risks and don't make the cut, while others are just walking sticker selling machines no matter what happens. But given I think I've ridden the dick, jokes to death at this point, I thought we might focus on some other players, and to begin with, let's go for Lucas. Now, this sticker isn't entirely new, but I want to look at it anyway, and it's not a terribly remarkable looking autograph until you get to this little detail down here, que outra, which simply means want another in Portuguese, but that's become a bit of a meme in Brazilian Counter-Strike thanks to Lucas himself.
Que outra! Que outra! Que outra! Me fala que você quer outra, véi!
So it's good to see that the reference game is on point here. It may well be the only part of MRBR's game that is at this major. Anyway, next is Gratisfaction, and you might be wondering, why does this Australian bloke have a grain of wheat in his sig? I mean, that's a bit weird, right? Counter-Strike, agriculture, not exactly a natural fit, but the reason is, I'm lying. Grat isn't from Australia, he's actually from New Zealand. Those stars are red, mate, not white, and that isn't a piece of wheat either. It's actually a silver fern leaf, a national symbol of New Zealand. And look, it's tough being a Kiwi. Half the world doesn't know you exist, the other half doesn't know the difference between you and Australia, and Australians just think of you as a failed state that didn't quite make the Federation. So I can understand wanting to bring in a bit of national symbolism into things, even if it does result in assholes like me making jokes like this. But Grat is not the only crazy Kiwi with an interesting sig. His fellow countryman Sicko is playing the reference game himself, referencing the US #1 Billboard Hot 100 hit Sicko Mode by Travis Scott.
Younger flame here in sicko mode.
Holy shit, it's gratuitous. Not my sort of music personally, but #1 hit. So clearly, a lot of people, including Sicko, liked it, and given it essentially is meant to refer to going into beast mode, it's obviously a natural fit in a major tournament. But talking of Sickos, and brace yourself, this is going to be quite a stretch. Do you remember a cartoon from when you were growing up featuring grotesque animal abuse as a cat and mouse constantly brutalised each other in senseless acts of violence? Possibly not. The modern versions of Tom and Jerry toned down the violence a bit, but the 1940s version, oh my god. So, quick quote from Wikipedia. Jerry's methods of retaliation are far more violent, with frequent success, including slicing Tom in half, decapitating him, shutting his head or fingers in a window or door, and stuffing Tom's tail in a waffle iron or mangle. Oh, and there were racial stereotypes. Lots of them. Fun for the whole family. But anyway, now you can celebrate this excessively violent and kind of racist 1940s classic with Leaz's cat sticker and Jerry from Forza's sticker. Perfect for shooting people in the head. It's probably what Jerry would do to Tom. And oh, by the way, this 256, Jerry regularly sticks it on various usernames he has, including his Faceit profile. I'm not 100% sure what the reason is, but I'm sure someone in the comments will probably know. And speaking of CIS players debuting at the major, you might have noticed Sivat's very ambitious attempt to make himself Mr. Sticker Blat with his autograph. Didn't quite work out, but our Slavic friend hasn't given up and seems to have worked a cheeky little devil horns and tail into his autograph. Maybe a sly reference to his initial effort, although he's certainly not the only person to have done this. In fact, I think there's 3 other stickers at this major with a devil's tail like Jax, Lolwell, maybe even Olafmeister. Now, some other fun, smaller details. Facecrack has a literal crack in his autograph. Hunter has a bullet in his autograph, so does Carrigan actually. I like what Carrigan's done there. Chris J has worked a clever new smiley face into his. Honourable mention here to Ramsick Boss and maybe even Flit as well. I think that's meant to be a smiley there. Neelan appears to have added a lightning bolt, joining Electronic in that club. And finally, Oscar has worked a Czech flag into his autograph, although I kind of feel he's trying to make another shape with the whole triangle thing. Is that an exclamation mark? Actually, there's a dot at the bottom of it. But anyway, these are some of the random Easter eggs I've come across, but there's also a couple of consistent themes that I've been noticing. Firstly, it seems like a number of players decided to customize their autographs by merging letters together. For example, Flamey has the L running through the A and the E. Cello uses part of the C to also write the H and the E. Malta combines the M with the A. Nexa has merged the M with the E and the X with the A. And Nitro has gone completely meta on us and used a star to represent the T and the R combined together. But even more interesting than this is the crowns. Now, you may recognise this autograph from the last major. Kesarado has kept the same design that he made for Katowice, and you can't really blame him, it's a good autograph, but he's one of several players at that tournament who decided to integrate a crown into their autograph. Another good example is MBK, Natural Born King, and at the time, I did a video explaining that it's derived from street art and symbolises an association with kings and a desire to be great, which makes sense for a major tournament, right? I mean, you want to win, obviously, you want to wear that crown, and this major has seen quite a few new entries into this club. First of all, there's KNG, who's quite literally gone for the king angle, and obviously, he's a guy who's been locked out of competitive play for quite a while and is no doubt very determined to try and achieve greatness, so I can see the symbolism there. And also, joining the club is Zan, with a cute little crown on top of the A, and Letney as well, with a very stylized autograph. He's clearly put quite a bit of thought into that, but my favourite would be a player called Kinky, and I don't know if that's the right way to pronounce his name, but you know, me mispronouncing Slavic names, it's kind of a joint package. Now, obviously he's gone for the king angle with his autograph, it kind of says king, but I think there is some real untapped potential with this name. I mean, can you imagine a guy called Kinky going around and fucking people up with an electronic dick device? I mean, that'd just be kinky, right? And while we're at it being immature, can I just say that Yugi's autograph kind of looks like it says Jugs to me? I don't know if it's intentional or not, but that little swirl at the end of the eye looks a lot like an S, and the fact that the letters are nice and round kind of fits in with that. Wait, what's this? Oh my god. Okay, right, so I kind of broke my rule about dick jokes. I'm sorry, it's hard to resist. I'm so fucking immature, but you know what? In for a penny, in for a pound. So you may remember this montage from the last major, and let's have some fun. We'll do a little competition. Basically, comment the funniest sticker combination you can think of that involves at least one sticker from this major. And I've got a bunch of tradable keys at the moment, so what I'll do is I'll come back in 48 hours or so and pick out my favourite comment and send that person 10 Prisma keys. I'll ask you for the trade link, by the way. Please don't post it in your comment. I think it kind of ruins the atmosphere by having a bunch of hyperlinks in the comments, but look, I couldn't think of the perfect sticker to finish on. In all the previous majors I had a clear favourite, in this one I haven't really, so I figured maybe the best way to end is a bit of a competition, and if you know any other bits of lore that I didn't cover in this video, please share that as well. That'd be awesome. I'm always going to miss things in this sort of video, so you know, please add it to the public discussion. And if you're getting a bit concerned about the fact that the Trust the Numbers Not Your Gut guy is running a de facto dick joke competition, I promise, pinky promise, that I've got a video coming up on investing in this major, and another video coming up on what will happen to CSGO during a global recession, and those will be a bit more serious than this. Anyway, that's pretty much it for this video. Before I go, I just want to say a couple of quick words about Swap.gg. Swap.gg is a trading site where you can trade your CSGO skins quickly, easily, and safely. It's got a much lower sales tax than the community market and supports multiple games, including Rust and Dota 2. If you want an item that's currently under a trade hold, there's a reserve system so you can keep it marked for you, and you can also get a 20% bonus by cashing in directly. So if you're looking to put money in to buy some skins, It's much cheaper to do it here than on the Steam market. You'll get more bang for your buck, and links are in the description. Anyway, thanks very much for watching. If you enjoyed this vid, please like, comment, subscribe. Otherwise, trust the numbers, not your gut. I'm Jesus. See ya.